Good morning, everyone. I wanted to just take a few minutes here and go over the first assignment in Unit 4, which is the EHR usability testing assignment. So just a few things to keep in mind here. First of all, this assignment has two parts, step 1 and step 2. Okay, so you see here step 1, and that is probably the biggest key to this assignment, and that is getting into the VLab. And so I have VLab instructions all set up for you guys so that you can just follow these to the T essentially and get into the VLab. My only comment about this is that I do not want you to procrastinate. So this assignment is due this coming Sunday, the 10th. And if you wait till Sunday and you have issues trying to get into the VLab, there's literally nothing I can do to help you because VLab is completely managed by AHIMA. And so basically my hands are tied. And if the AHIMA help desk is not available to you on a Sunday night at 10 p.m., that is on you. So I would encourage you all to try to at least get into VLab before end of the day, Friday, so that if you plan to work on this assignment over the weekend, that you are able to get into the VLab. So follow these instructions and get into VLab. That is step number 1. Okay. Step number 2 is the actual assignment. Okay. And so that's this EHR usability testing assignment. And I have that also pulled up here. So I'm just going to quickly kind of go over this with all of you. So this assignment, like when healthcare organizations are evaluating which EMR they want to implement, there's a series of things that they're going to do to evaluate the EMR. And one of those things is how usable is this for our end users, right? You want it to be friendly, intuitive, all of those kinds of things. And actually that's laid out very well for you in this HIMSS EMR usability, 9 essential principles of usability document. And then there's also this HIMSS EMR usability evaluation guide. So make sure you take a look at those before you start this assignment, okay? So really what you are going to do is use Dr. Chrono through the AHIMA VLab to conduct your own usability evaluation. Okay, so go through these HIMSS documents to just get a sense of what usability is. Okay, then you will need to log into the AHIMA VLab. Okay, and then you're going to access Dr. Chrono through the VLab, and there are instructions for you right here to do that. Okay. You do not need to go through, the assignments that are set up within the VLab for Dr. Chrono for this assignment. Okay. But you can if you want to. Those are there for you for practice if you want, or you just want to play around in Dr. Chrono. Dr. Chrono is essentially an open source EMR that is used by healthcare organizations, typically clinics. So it's an actual EMR, and I'm happy that you guys get to kind of play around in it for this assignment. Okay, so what you want to do is open the HIMSS EMR usability evaluation guide and keep Dr. Chrono open too. So if you have one monitor, it is helpful to have two monitors. So, but if you only have one monitor, if you Google view 2 windows at the same time, there will be instructions there for you on how to split your screen. So you could basically have 2 monitors. Okay. So that is helpful. And then you're going to complete the usability testing scenario below. And you are going to, for this assignment, what you need to turn into me is your answers to tasks 1 through 7. You're going to answer the questions associated with each of those tasks on this document. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down here so you guys can look at them. So here's your tasks. So establishing a new patient. So answering these questions essentially. Some students, literally you can just save this document, or, make a copy and save it and then submit it that way by just typing in your responses after each question. So basically, how did it go for you? And what I want to say about these is if there's a step that you're not able to complete, then just type that out that you were not able to complete it and what you experienced, why you weren't able to complete it, because that kind of is a way for us to see that, okay, it's not very usable or user friendly in this area because of this. This is why it was confusing or whatever, but let me know why you weren't able to complete that task or answer the question associated with that step. Okay. All right. So that is like the first part of this assignment that you want to complete. And the second part is actually assessing how usable it is. Okay. So once you get through these tasks, at the end here, I have instructions on, after you've evaluated all of the tests above, you need to compare your findings with the HIMSS usability principles that you are evaluating. And those are located in that HIMSS usability guide. So in just 1 to 2 pages, provide your comparison in the areas below. So basically assess Dr. Cronal on simplicity, consistency, forgiveness and feedback, effective use of language, efficient interactions, and effective information presentation. Okay. All right. So that's essentially the assignment, is, complete those tasks and then evaluate how usable it is based off of those principles from HIMSS. And you do not, I don't know if there's necessarily any APA formatting that you'll need to do because students often don't. I don't think that they use references very often. However, if you do want to cite the HIMSS usability guide, that might be something to consider for in-text and reference citations within your writing. So I think that's it for now. I will pull together another presentation or lecture about the next assignment, and I will provide that to you all this weekend before you start the next assignment. For some reason I can't, the needs assessment vendor comparison assignment. I will make sure that I have another video ready for you for that. So I hope you all have a great week and that you had a great 4th of July. And definitely reach out to me if you have any questions, but don't procrastinate on getting into the VLab. Make sure you do that this week before, while a HEMA help desk is available. Okay. All right. Have a great day, everyone.